What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Kyber Cast. We are your hosts. I'm Gianni. That is Chris. Today is a big day because it is the Andor finale. We are going to be acting as your ushers into the last three episodes here. This is the finale pre-show. We got other things too that we're obviously going to talk about, our typicals, right? Our news, toys, you name it, but mainly Andor.
What
Chris,
kind of toys?
oh, we ain't gonna get into that here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's been about 2 weeks since we've been, on here, guys. So for you, those of you that are locking in and tuning in with us, we appreciate you. We love you. Make sure you guys go and smash that like button and subscribe to both of our channels. It would mean the absolute world to us if you would do that. So go smash that like button and hit the subscribe on both of our channels. But anyways, how have you been, man? It's been a couple weeks since we've been here live. What you been up to?
Not much, man. I've been putting together some projects for some installs I want to do for myself. Couple videos here and there. I think one just came. Actually, you just came out with one too. So
Yeah.
Yeah, putting out videos. I have one being filmed tomorrow, another one for next week. Just staying busy, man. Trying to. I decided doing this thing where I am filming my own personal collection. Reviewing sabers for other companies is fun. It is cool.
Yeah.
But when it comes to something that's in your own personal collection that you spent a lot of money on for yourself to make sure it's the way you want it to look and function, personally, I think that hits a little different for yourself because you're putting a lot of work into that too. So it's
no, 100%. Yeah, I feel like when it's certain things that are sitting in here that I was like, ooh, I need that. The passion is different. You're obviously it's a little different because there's an obligation on the other side when something is sent to you. But it's so different, man.
Well,
When
and
it's
that's
something you really
the other
want
thing
it.
too. Is sometimes when I've been sent something, like I've gotten things and it's actually one I really want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, I really want that one. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, we'd like to see if we can send you this. I'm like, do you have anything else? And they're like, well, we have this. Oh yeah, let's take that because that's actually something you really want, right?
Right.
And it's more meaningful. And I mean, obviously, when we review certain things, we look at it in the sense where if it was our first time purchasing it, would we actually love it, right?
Yeah. 100%.
And I mean, shit, go back 10 years ago and what we had as lightsabers back then. I had like the master replica ones.
Mm-hmm.
At that time that was amazing. And now I look at it.
Well, they look great.
They look great. Actually, though, I still have one of them, but it's like I got mine in 2007.
Wow.
Shit. Yeah, 2007. Yeah, and I still have. It broke, but I got someone to add a new board in there to make it a lot better, right? But back then, that was top-notch technology.
Yeah.
So I think everything now that a lot of these consumers are getting, it's like, damn, you guys are spoiled because you got some awesome shit, man. Profit was definitely not a thing back then. Not even close.
No.
So
the best thing was basically like it's what you guys would consider like the Hasbro, style of lightsabers. That's as good as it got.
That's it. No, that was the coolest thing at the time, and I think
Yeah.
it was like $150 for it in 2007.
And in 2007 was a lot of money.
Yeah, I still remember how I got it too. It was a lot of work just to buy that damn thing. I worked at Hollister for $6 an hour, maybe $7.
2007.
It was like $6 or $7 an hour. Yeah, it's crazy. It's insane. So I had to put hours and hours and back then that company would only give you a minimum of 5 hours per shift.
Dang.
So like I was so close with the manager from Abercrombie, so I would work 5 hours Hollister and then like run over there and change my shirt and do another 5 hours just to buy a damn lightsaber. Yeah, back then.
That's crazy.
Crazy shit. Now it's easier, but not back then.
No,
we do got a couple people in the chat though.
Yeah,
we got Mr. Andrew Ackerman, the AA battery. Yo.
What's going on, Andrew?
And then we got Bryant. That's my dog.
Says the lightsabers we have.
They look wow.
Oh, wow. I didn't even. I read flashlights.
Read it again, dude.
Well then, that's they're like the acolyte sabers. Big old teeth. Oh,
Well, actually, speaking of toys, not those, whether we are talking about lightsabers or anything collectible wise, and normally even on my channel, I don't really talk about politics at all.
same.
But I think it's important we talk about those tariffs because for the next 90 days, those tariffs are down to 30%.
Which is great.
So we're not looking at, what was it, 140%, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think right now, if you're trying to buy something, whether it's something from a lightsaber company or a hot toy or anything that sense that you can buy now, that's not like a pre-order that's available now, buy it now with a 30% tariff on it.
Yeah.
Compared to 140.
Correct.
I know there are some specifics on how it works tariff wise. I read something about $800 under that. I don't really remember, but it's still much better than 146%. So,
well, I thought I saw not too long ago today that we came to some sort of agreement with China.
Yeah, I think it was yesterday.
Was it yesterday?
The official thing popped up. So, it's, it sucks, but now that the tariffs have dropped to 30%, good time to buy. And let's hope, after these next 90 days, either it stays at 30 or it's dropped a little bit, a little less than that.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm happy because when it comes to collecting standpoint, a lot of these things that we do collect, even my camera right there is made in China too.
Right.
So, it is what it is. We do have Blue Mamba in the chat as well. What up, my dude? I really want to know what you think about Andor, dude. I really do, because
me or Carter?
Oh, Carter. I really want to know. We got Sir PB in the house as well. Got a chance to hang out with him in Japan as well, and that was an amazing time. Especially, I'm never gonna forget that steak. We had steak in Ginza. That changed my life forever.
Was it good? So yeah. Good.
It was good, but then our trip back to Chiba, I was just like, fuck. We gotta stay. It was like 11:20 or 11:30 at night, mind you. The last train do stop at 12, right? And I was just like, dog, we're gonna have to stand on the train the whole hour, and we did because it was full all the way back to Chiba. It sucked. Yeah, it was crazy.
So before go ahead.
It was part of the experience.
Yeah. No, for sure. Before we move into the next segment, guys, we got about 8 to 10 of you guys here. Make sure you guys smash that like button and subscribe to both of our channels. We appreciate it. It means the world to us. So you want to jump into some news with the hot toys?
We have a couple. We have a little bit. I mean, they were brought up earlier this week, and I think it's kind of where we talk about some of them. We did get a Poe Dameron. I know a lot of people are kind of confused to why we got a Poe Dameron. They're like, why now? But I think a lot of us forgot that it is also the 10-year anniversary for The Force Awakens.
That's right.
Right. So I think that's the reason for this release. I think it's a really cool release. Do I want it? Probably not. But for 200, it's not bad, honestly. 280, especially since a lot of these prices of hot toys have jumped up over the past year or two.
Yeah,
a lot of them have really gone up. I can't remember how much I paid for my Ahsoka. I mean, it was the special edition one, but it was still pretty expensive. But this one, it has 2 head sculpts, and the head sculpts look really, really good. I actually really like the head sculpt a lot.
I mean, that looks spot on.
It does. But it's just, I mean, I'm not saying I didn't hate the sequel. Okay, I didn't like the sequel. Except for Force Awakens was great. I enjoyed it. But if anyone is a Force Awakens fan, pick it up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a Poe Dameron fan. I'm an Oscar Isaac fan.
Yeah, I know you are. For sure, I know you are. I know you were pretty bummed when he canceled.
I was pissed. I was like, you bastard. I was pissed.
Like, I remember when you texted me that. You're like, he canceled. I was like, no.
Yeah. So
I saw everything popping up.
But I don't know if I'm a fan where I would want a Poe Dameron hot toy. But I would do. It's unrelated, but I would do a Moon Knight hot
There is
toy.
one. There is one. No, head sculpt though.
That's what I'm saying.
Right?
I would do one
Yeah.
with a head sculpt if they had it. Like maybe he's holding his helmet or mask. It's not really a helmet because it wraps around his face. But
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
I will say he was hilarious as a character. What was it? The Last Jedi when he was like, I'm looking for General Hux. Okay, I'll hold. And he's acting like he couldn't hear him or whatever.
Yeah,
that was hilarious. Like that's the one thing I'll never forget. Was hilarious. I feel like he was definitely the comic relief when it comes to the sequels. Oscar was busy filming the Avengers. Yeah, I mean,
that would be amazing.
I mean, how much was he really in the movie that he couldn't come for 2 days? Just saying.
Hopefully, a lot.
Yeah. I'm gonna be pissed for you and for everybody else who got the photo op and signature and then he canceled and he's in the movie like at the very end.
Yeah, it's okay. I got over it.
I can't imagine if it's like a end credit scene.
That would piss me off.
I had to be like, really? He could have been there at least for 1 day.
Yeah, that would have pissed me off.
That would have been like a 10-hour wait time in the freaking in line. It would have been the hot toy line.
Right.
To see him. Yeah. Brian said us Latinos cancel a lot.
Well, that's a fact.
We're on brown time, okay?
That's it.
There is another one. Jar Jar Binks, dude. I actually really like this one.
Do you really?
I do. I love Jar Jar Binks.
It looks good. I just don't. I would never buy it.
I love him.
That's funny. I just said I'd never buy it, but I bought the Jar Jar Binks pop from Celebration.
See, and he still got it. Like I low key really want it. I don't know if I really want to drop $285 on it.
No.
Right, but I like it a lot. And if I did, it'd for sure be with the tongue sticking out.
That's the only way.
With the thumb like this. And that's
with the thumb, not this
with
one.
Thumb. Nope, thumb. I'm more of a thumber. The one. Okay, now this is one I am willing to drop money on. This one.
Ooh, Sheev.
So this is so weird how they did this. They dropped 2 different versions of him
at the same time.
Like within a few weeks.
Oh, collectors and special?
No. So there's this one, right? Mm-hmm. So this was the one, I believe this was at Celebration as well. And this other one was also at Celebration. So look at this cloak. This one's brown. And then under, it's probably another brown, right? So if this is for sure episode 3, whenever he's fighting Yoda in the thing,
yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then
in his office.
Then we got this one. This is more of after his fight with Windu. The only difference is this one's wearing red, and then he has a different face sculpt for Sheev.
Right.
But I like the head sculpt for this one better. It's more menacing.
It is.
I like it a lot more. But people want the face sculpt for this. And to be honest, if I were to get this one, the Sheev head sculpt, that's going back in the box.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to use it. And they're both at $285. This one is April 2026 or a year from now. This one is the wait list. So it should be way sooner than that.
They should offer like a deluxe edition where you get both heads and both sets of clothes with like the same body.
Yeah. I mean, you know what, dude? You can even just honestly just buy this, and I guarantee you a year from now, that head sculpt will be on eBay.
Really?
Except for the Anakin. The Anakin artisan, you'll never find that on eBay.
No.
But most times, whenever you find something with 2 different heads, one of them end up on eBay. I also like the face of Palpatine better here. It's more menacing, especially this one.
That grin's crazy.
This one's insane.
That gives me nightmares.
I almost just wish it was all black because I really want a Palpatine to go with my Vader, just standing right behind him. And I think with this grin, the grin with just his hands together. So I think this one has a pose with his hands together. Maybe not. No, it doesn't. But let's see this one. This one looks pretty menacing.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Like how sick is that, right? It looks awesome. but I would low key want this pose with that
face.
Yes. You know what I mean? Look at this, dude. I mean, come on, really? Come on.
Yeah, that's
like
creepy.
let's be honest. Like he played Vader to the very end.
Yeah,
Right.
100%.
So
He's still playing Vader, and he's dead.
Yeah. No. This is his. Well, he did come back somehow. He returned, but it's just like, man, like that. Or you know what? Just buy this one, and then buy this head sculpt. Find it somehow online, somehow, and switch it, because this red and black is pretty dope.
Or if you're balling, just buy both.
No, not for me. It's you know that the Force Lightning and Bubble Bass do not go together, right? You never. Oh, I can't say that on here. Never mind. I was gonna say. Never mind. You're also right. But look at this, dude. Have that together.
Yeah, it's fire.
This is right after the scene with Windu. But this looks terrible. He needs to put his hood back on. Yeah. Even during the movie, I saw how bad he looked. I was like, that
looks like wrinkly butt cheeks.
Or the head of something else. But, you know, even this looks great.
Moving on.
Look how great that does look together.
It does look good.
Right? I just wish the face was more menacing. Because this is the one I just can't get over. That face.
It's so creepy.
It's just, look at this. Oh, that's so good.
Kind of looks like it.
A little bit. Like with this, if we just slightly tilt his head down a little bit and get it the right angle. Bro.
I won't be able to sleep at night if that was like in my room.
I really want this. And I can't even see the hands, but I'm pretty sure you have the hands open like that, so you can still do that same pose. And I just want him to be standing behind Vader. I think it'd be so sick. Speaking of Vader, we saw this one at Celebration.
What's the Clone
Wars? Did you like it? I don't know. Did you like it?
No, I hate the helmet.
Did you? Even even when you saw him in Clone Wars, you didn't like it?
Yep. I
thought it was pretty sick.
It's like so skinny and like, I don't know. It's not my thing.
It gives me the original Ralph McQuarrie vibes. Yeah. I think that's the route they're trying to go with it. And it's only $220.
Oh, for that price, buy it.
Yeah, dude, like $220.
I don't hate it that much. It's a good price.
$220 and then hold on, let me see here. $265, $285, $280, $220. That's kind of worth it. Yeah. Vader from Rebels, not the Clone Wars. I don't know. I thought the Clone Wars Vader was pretty dope on season 7, the very end. But that looks fucking sick together. Oh, here's the pose again. Look at that. Look, I feel like with this one here, you have to buy both.
Just do it. Do it.
Yeah, but what? Do it.
Do it.
One with Sheev, one with that's how I would display it.
See, so you still have 100%. To buy both.
Yeah, not doing it though. So I would, I'd buy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'd buy this one and this one, and just switch the heads. And then this one goes back in the box. Oh no, I can't. That one looks awesome too. I can't lie. The Vaders and Host Studios is entirely levels hot toy. Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of companies coming up, some really good Vader like busts and statues that they're just fire. Even the one they were selling at the Disney store in Japan, which now is available in Disney Hollywood Studios. The throne one with the LEDs
where it lights up. Yeah.
Fire, dude. Fire. I should have bought it when I was in Japan, because right now it's $150. But in Japan, when we were there, I stopped by a Disney store. It was $100.
Oh, that's a $50.
And I told myself to stop by, go back there and buy it. But the thing about Japan though is when you tell yourself to go back, you don't.
You don't go back.
No. So I messed that up. I should have gone back. I really should have. And I'm pretty upset I didn't do it.
Because you're trying to fit too many things in at once.
Yeah, though, I'll say that's definitely the hard thing about Japan is no matter how many days you're going to be there, you're not going to see everything.
No.
And it sucks too, because that Disney store was not far from my hotel in Tokyo.
Oh,
so
really?
I could have made it back. I really could have, but I didn't. I definitely messed that up. I'm pretty upset.
Do you have the Is that all you have for Sideshow right now?
I think that's all we have for Sideshow.
I thought wasn't there
yeah.
a another one? It was the well, we talked about you got the Grogu, that's for pre-order.
Yeah, that which is not bad for price. I think it's under
like,
300, right?
Yeah, it was like 270.
Yeah. I mean, not
then,
including shipping, because the original, I have the last Hot Toy one that came in. That box is huge.
Yep.
So shipping's gonna be a lot. And
then
again,
you got the Andor, Cassian, and K2SO.
Oh, I did. Okay, so I do, but this is what they just came out with this 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So they did showcase the actual figure and K2SO together, and it's not from Rogue One. This is from Andor. So in the video, they actually mentioned it's from Andor season 2, which in about 40 minutes we're gonna get the final 3 episodes, and I am so hyped to see K2SO again, like fully K2SO. That's the cool thing too. His eyes do light up. So this is still the prototype that they're showing off.
Yep, but it will light up.
Yeah, but at the end it will end up lighting up, which they forgot how tall he's. I think they said 13 inches.
14 inches, depending on how you pose him.
Damn.
That's a big boy.
So he's got to be as tall as IG-11, because I have IG-11, and I had to put him on the bottom shelf because the bottom shelf is the highest. The bottom and the top shelf are the 2 highest ones for my cases. So I had to put IG-11 down there.
Yeah. Look at that Cassian head sculpt.
Dude, it looks so good.
So good.
Diego Luna does not age.
No, he looks great.
Now
there is a big difference though between Rogue One and season 2.
Yes,
you can tell.
All right, I cheated a little bit. I started rewatching a little bit of Rogue One because I couldn't help it, and I think I might know where the final episode tonight will end.
Really?
Based off the movie. And in the movie, he had to go find somebody on, I forgot what planet he goes to. He had to get some information for something. That's when he first finds out about Galen Erso.
Right.
That's when he drops the name and he tells me he needs to go find the pilot. So I'm assuming that's what we're going to get at the end of, was it episode 12?
12,
I believe. Yeah.
12 episodes.
We got the Dad Vader. What up, you naughty boys?
We stay naughty.
It's usually mainly me who's a naughty one. That's okay.
We stay naughty, never nice.
Andrew, I'm already looking for an excuse to go back to Japan. Not that it's going to happen anytime soon. Dude, I was just talking to Gianni about that backstage too, and I missed that chicken from Lawson's, man. Damn. The most convenient thing ever was chickens, because in my hotel, we had 2 of them in the hotel, which is insane.
In the hotel?
In the hotel, there's 2 of them.
That's crazy.
Like, when I say 2 of them, like one, when you first walk in the lobby, right there. Go to the second floor, there's one right there. Yep.
Damn.
Which is funny, though, because, the washer and dryers in Japan don't dry very well, so I had to go buy a pair of boxers because I was running out. And so I had to literally dry it, like, from my freaking shower. My shower curtain. So I hung it over just to dry overnight. I was like, all right, good. I'm good for the next 4 days. Brian says, I missed the toilet in my hotel. Oh, yeah. Okay. Which part? What about the toilets in Japan do you miss? Because I miss the most are the heated seats. That's what I miss. I remember sitting down.
I wasn't a fan.
You hated it?
I didn't hate it, but like I run hot. And so to sit there and just like almost sweat, and then I couldn't figure out how to turn it off. Terrible.
That's hilarious.
Terrible.
There's a button that tells you how you can drop the temperature down a little lower. The one thing that was weird about Japan was every hotel I went to, my toilet changed.
Yeah.
Like one, I'm trying to think which one was better.
But they were all the Totos.
My Osaka one was better. But
everyone was a Toto.
Yeah.
It's a different model.
I call them the booty squirters, but the bidets, okay, this is the first time I ever used a bidet in my life was in Japan. And I remember when I first tried it, I was like, I don't know if I like that. And then it took me about a day to adjust to that. And then I'd say the best bidet was in Osaka.
Ooh.
But when it comes to heated seats, it was great because exactly what Bryant just says. Yes, the warm seat at 4 a.m. is amazing. Wake up in the middle of the night, and sit down. You're like, that was great. That I missed. It was nice to have a warm seat in the middle of the morning where you just, and my room, I was running that motherfucker like cold.
Oh yeah.
My roommate was like, dude, it was freezing in here. I'm like, I know. And he was just like, this is perfect.
I'm just
it was
not
like
into
20
butt play.
degrees Celsius. Butt play. Whoa.
I'm just not into it.
Not yet.
Just go.
We are. That one has curvature, dude.
That's
got
go
some
with this one, little guy.
You.
Ooh.
I knew it. You weren't playing at Celebration. You think I don't know if I like that? Then you realize you have to use the bidet because they only use one ply. Yeah. Dude, it took me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I went to the restroom. I think it was like we just got our room in Osaka because we got there in Osaka at like 8 in the morning, and then we didn't get our room till 3. And I'm that type of person. I can't use public restrooms.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
You know, so I waited, all the way to 3, went, used it, and I saw the bidet option. I just kind of stared at it for like 30 seconds, and I just pushed a button. I was like, nope, turning it off. I don't know how I felt. So I used the restroom, and then I showered. I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. And then the rest of the trip, I used bidet. I was like, okay, yeah, I can do this. Yeah, I can get used to it.
Oh boy. Did you see random? Did you see it was on Sideshow, the Luke Skywalker climbing up to the X-Wing?
Yeah, so that's
statue?
a one. It's not a quarter scale. Is it quarter scale?
Huge.
It might be a quarter scale. The cockpit is awesome. It is. I wonder if I can find it. See, where are you? It's awesome. I think it's awesome.
It looks great.
I wish we can get that 1/6 scale also. Even if it's just the cockpit that you could. Here it is.
Yeah, it's
for pre-order right now. $1,595 is what it's priced at.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You can see just how. I mean, look at this, dude.
Yeah, it's massive. Like, where do you put that though? Realistically,
I don't have the room for it. Oh, here's the size. Right?
That's what I'm saying.
30 inches and then 21 width and 17 in depth. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's over 2 feet tall. That's crazy.
But the thing that's awesome about it though is his flight suit is fabric. It's not molded.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's the one thing that was awesome. I would love to have this in 1/6 scale and to put it somewhere. And then if you have a Luke, or even if you have like Poe Damerons, that'd be awesome. But for $1,500, I couldn't do it. $1,595.
That's crazy.
And then expected at the end of the year.
Yeah. No.
Andrew said, dude, the first time I used it, I sat there with the bidet going for like 2 minutes before I realized you have to hit the stop button. Jesus. I wonder how long you would keep going until you realized it. But you're right though. You do have to press the button and tell it to stop. I didn't realize that either.
All of a sudden you get filled up. Your eyes are watering.
I was like, when does it stop?
You're like, why am I drowning?
I thought I was done going. I guess I have to keep going now. Oh, no, it's water. So Andor starts in about 30 minutes. Those of you who are going to watch it tonight, we are going to talk about Andor real quick. Now that I hate to say it, Andor is done by the end of the day, but then the rest of our episodes will be much longer. But we always jump on an hour before I talk about a couple things for the week. If you guys haven't already, Gianni did post a new video this week.
Hey.
Okay. Can you hear that or no? Probably not. No.
Maybe if I do.
That's okay.
No.
But he is talking about, I mean, coincidentally. Right? So this is the newest one that just dropped. How many did they make? 1,500?
No, 200.
200. Holy shit.
200. Yeah. 200 of them bad boys right there.
But Theory came out with a video, right? Saying that they're going to release like total 500.
And then he decided not to honor the initial 200.
Okay, so he's not going to do anymore.
Yeah,
look
he's
how
not going
nice
to do
that is. That's crazy.
It's beautiful. What they're gonna do though is they're gonna do his second version of his hilt. They're gonna release a run of those. So whoever wants those ones.
I mean, I have one here. Mine's a KR, but I mean, I'm looking at that too, and that is really, really nice.
Yeah, it's dope.
That is really nice. But
and then the
if you guys
Ahsokas
have,
that they got are dope too.
oh, the one that you just got, right?
Yeah, these. I mean,
When's that video coming out?
I haven't even recorded it yet, but that'll be. This will be the next one, guys. So if you guys are looking for lightsabers, I am affiliated with Theory Sabers. You can use code Gianni V for 10% off. But they're amazing.
Great.
I put them up.
That's great.
Yeah, 10% is great. I put them up to the EFX, and they are damn close. They're a little bit thicker, but to be expected because of the having to put like a core in there and having to fit a blade. But in terms of size and sculpt and all the buttons and screws and all the things, it's pretty dead on. So I'm very, very impressed. But it's at A Star's End. That's the one who designed it. So all their stuff is pretty dope.
Bryant said he should have only released 66.
Yeah,
that low-key would have been kind of cool to have.
That would have been kind of cool.
Who ended up getting number 66? Which normally everything you collect, the lower the number, the better. But this, you want the higher number, which would be pretty sick.
Yeah. Or 501 for the 501st.
Ooh. Helmets, but we gotta talk about helmets though. So like a company would release a helmet for something, make it that 501st.
Yeah.
And then your boy did drop the video earlier this week too.
Hell yeah.
The Ultimate Works second sister. So if you guys have a chance to watch any of our videos, obviously you guys are watching now, so go ahead and check that out.
Love those.
A lot of work goes into a lot of our videos, man. So this one I installed myself, so this was a bit of a process. Took me a while.
That lens flare, fire.
It's not real.
Still.
It's fake. That's editing for you, dude. I made sure I made that shit fake.
You got the motivated lighting, so nobody would know.
Yeah, I had to at least make it kind of like make sense because he's like, "How's there a lens flare with no light in the background?"
Oh my god!
And I still need to hit up Sebastian for the Kyber helmet. Yeah, dude, hit him up, man. Especially, dude, he knocked mine out of the park, and I have it over here, and I have Mandy's signature with it too. So I have the helmet, the lightsaber together. So. Brian, I can be honest, EFX is fucking sleeping. They're the only licensed company and they don't pump anything good. Personally, except on 20th anniversary, I'll return this. I think a lot of companies slept on the anniversary, to be honest. I think the only person who knocked it out of the park when it comes to releasing anything for Revenge of the Sith was the poster that came out.
Poster was dope.
The poster was dope, and you can't even get it. I tried getting it the other day and they're all sold out. Japanese version, there's like a hybrid version.
Yep.
It's all gone.
And the popcorn buckets were dope.
Those are pretty dope. Those I saw.
And then a couple of the clothing companies came out with some fire stuff, like Silver Regime came out with some nice Revenge of the Sith clothing there. It was fire.
What'd you think about it was a freaking commercial. 7 through 9.
What did I think about it?
So
did you like Gore?
Did you like Andor season 1? Like honestly.
I did. It wasn't my favorite, but I did enjoy it. It was slow, but I think I was so captivated by the way that it visually looked. It kind of held me through that first season. But I did like it, but nowhere near how I like this season.
This season had really set up Rogue One beautifully.
Mm-hmm.
But also showed, I think one thing I learned from this, especially this episode, this was a lot.
Yeah,
this was a lot to watch. And I was like, yo, this guy, he took it to the head pretty bad.
Yeah, like that scene right there, like if you're like earlier in the episode, like even just like simple things, like the subtleties of like looking at his hair, like his hair is all nice and clean and like not clean, like it was dirty, but like all nice and neat. And then as the episode goes on, it gets more like disheveled and just kind of like just the little things like that showing like how like distraught he is, and as he's figuring out like this is all a ruse, just I don't know, the subtle details like that, just nuts. So I don't know, I really enjoyed that.
Like, one thing I took from these 3 episodes was, thinking back to episode 4, 5, and 6. Actually, I'm not gonna lie to you. These 3 episodes made me dislike 7 through 9 even more. For the reason of we saw, so 4 through 6, we saw the rise of the rebels, and the rebels, wanted to overthrow the Palpatine, and they want their freedom back. And if we never saw Andor, what was so bad about the Empire other than blowing up Alderaan? What was so bad about the Empire?
I mean, that's pretty bad.
I mean, it's pretty bad. It's pretty
other
bad.
Than just blowing up a planet.
Other than blowing up a planet and killing millions and possibly billions of people on there. But what was really so bad about the Empire? What did we visually see that's so bad about the Empire? Like, to the point where people had to rise up to try and overthrow them.
Visually, nothing. Just books.
Nothing. It was, we had to, it wasn't for a long time until we got books to see what they, but now we visually saw they committed genocide.
Yeah.
And loved it and watched it happen.
Just drank the tears of the Gorian people.
Right. And they talked about them, taking over the people, taking over the planet, and they want to build something and take it for the resources. I'm like, that happens now.
Yeah.
Right. But what's really so bad about that? What's so bad? Because it's currently happening now. But we saw genocide. We saw them release those droids, which, mind you, are fucking powerful. It gave me PTSD of playing Jedi Fallen Order and Survivor, going against those things. Like, those things would mess me up. I wasn't like super terrible at the game. I was actually decent, but sometimes the way they attack you in the game it would throw you off.
Yeah.
But like these episodes, we truly saw how bad they really are. And you sit there, I get it. They are really, really, really bad. Like, dude, those officers were just watching and with a smirk on their face.
Yep.
How messed up was that?
Yeah, I mean, even speaking of how messed up that is, when they were putting up the barricades and then they brought out like the troops that were wearing all black, you could tell like they looked like young like cadets or troops or whatever. And then as the I don't want to say riot, but I guess it was kind of like a riot, was like starting to get more intense, but like nothing actually happened. And then they sniped one of their own from the top just to make it for everybody to freak out and make it seem like, it was the gore. Like, just that's insane. They're like, all right, they're not doing what we want them to do, so let's kill one of our own and make it seem like it was them so we could get this popping. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. Like, and it was even crazy. Oh God, I can't remember her name now, but the one who has the best resting bitch face I've ever seen in my life.
Deidre.
How even I think at one point she realized like, oh, I messed up. Realizing it. And she's like, I shouldn't know that. She was super naive. And I think when it comes to the Empire, everyone's being controlled somehow.
Yeah.
Or either being controlled or they're not being told everything.
Facts.
And it's just, you give them a little bit of information. Just don't give them too much. Just give them a little bit of information. Because if you give too much, then that's how the rebellion starts, right? They're going to start rebelling against you and questioning your motives and what you're going to do. So, and I think that's the reason why they didn't tell her a lot.
Yeah.
But she was aware something was going to happen.
Well, they have everything like through kind of like invisible doors. Like, okay, only this amount of information is going to get to this level and this amount of, and so forth. And so what I find so interesting about this show is even though we didn't see him, Palpatine's like loom is like hovering over this whole situation. And the way they did that, I don't even know how, without seeing him. And I mean, obviously they've mentioned his name and all of that, but just you can feel his presence and his fingerprints over all of this. And that's what's so like captivating and I think gripping. I mean, even when like Deidre was in that section where she was like freaking out and she was like having like the panic attack, that alone to me shows me like, you know, it's humanizing her, making her very human in this moment, and realizing like not everybody in the empire is like these evil people, but they just have to follow their orders or else, you know.
Well, see, and that was the one thing where I was kind of getting confused about, because obviously, again, they didn't want to tell Deidre that much information, right? Because of the fact that she can rebel. But she knew something really bad was going to happen. And then the reason why I think that was that moment when those new recruits came in, she said, they're really young.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you can take that two ways. One, they're really young. So how do we know they're going to take orders? Or two, they're about to die.
Yep.
Because something's going to happen. We're going to use them to kill these people, and they might fight back. So you can take it as two ways. A, they're really young, they're not going to listen. Or B, they're really young, and we're going to lose a lot of young people today.
I think the way I took it was that way.
That's how I took it too.
Yeah.
You know, but anyone can perceive it the other way as well.
For sure.
One thing I do want to talk about, 2 weeks ago, prior to the last episode, we talked about Bix, how she went through what she went through. And you and I both said, dude, she's going to get her day.
Yep.
She's going to get her revenge.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, we're going back like 4 episodes. And it's because we didn't talk about it last week. She sure did, dude. She got her day.
Oh, yeah.
She got her redemption. Doesn't make what happened to her cool.
No.
It still makes it really bad. But we saw a lot of character progression with her, especially in episode 9, which we'll get to here in a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, she sacrificed her relationship.
Yes.
With Cassian, just to make sure that the rebellion would move forward with Cassian so he can fulfill his destiny. Like, that's heavy.
Yeah.
That's heavy. I'm like, I'm not crying. You're crying.
Okay, so let me ask you, do you think that when she introduced Cassian to that lady,
like the Force lady, Force healing lady?
She was for sure Force sensitive, 100%. There's no doubt about it. What were your thoughts about the way she reacted to Cassian when she touched his hand and she said what she said? How did you perceive that?
I think when I initially perceived it, now I got to run through these. I've only seen everything once. But
I don't want to ignore you or jump in real quick, but look at, first of all, we have my boy Absolute Sabers, and also Will of the Force with a $4.99 super chat. Holy crap.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
That's actually weird. The baby looks like K2. That's thank you, dude.
Or maybe their baby is Poe Dameron.
Why?
They're spies. They use different names.
That's not a bad act. That's actually not a bad because they're both brown.
In the rebellion.
That's actually not. That's not even.
Does the timeline add up?
I don't know. That's still not a bad theory either.
Yeah.
We also got Elvis in the house. Oh, Sam with this Kestis this week thing. Actually, I have a theory, not a theory about Kestis, but an idea. But anyway, about the Force lady.
Yeah, when he touched him. Well, I feel like she saw his past and everything that he was carrying. Well, actually, I think they mentioned that, right? Everything he was carrying, but everything that he still has to accomplish. And I think that was the moment where Bix was like, yeah, like, I've got to go. I got to let him fulfill like this destiny, you know? Yeah. I think that was like the last straw. I think she was already on that path, but then after that was it.
Yeah. I think one thing I took from her, and if you guys happened to be on the Hyperdrive channel with us last week, I was there as a guest, and the one thing I said that made me think about her was she gave me Cal Kestis vibes. And the reason I say that, Sam, Cal Kestis,
Wait, run that by me one more time. I was reading the comments.
Was she gave me Cal Kestis vibes when it comes to the way she uses the Force. So in the game, Cal would walk and he'd see something on the floor and touch it or whatever, and that kind of gave him an idea of what happened in that area or that person, or give him a glimpse of that person, right? And I think that lady has a very similar type of power as Cal, to where when she touched Cassian, she saw a few things. One, his past, and also his future, to understand why he's so important to the rebellion. Obviously, we know what he did in Rogue One, and his contribution to Rogue One, his contribution to season 1 Andor, and what's going to happen here, season 2, and the next 3 episodes we get in the next 14 minutes. I think she saw how important of a person he is.
Yeah.
And it kind of freaked him out a little bit. And I think he kind of understood, like, she saw something in him. But I think that was what made her so important, is that she knows just how important he really is.
Exactly. And I think that's what revealed it to Bix. And that's when it was game over, because it was that same night she left.
Yes. Yeah. And I was actually having a conversation with Elvis. And what about Andy Serkis? What's going to happen to him?
I haven't even seen him.
Exactly.
Where's he been?
But I want to know. I want to know what happened to him. I want to know what happened after the prison.
That's right.
Are we going to see him again? Does it lead to something? We don't know. Or is he Snoke? I'm just kidding. I'm not throwing that out there, because he is the voice of Snoke. But you know what I mean? But it's just, are we going to see him again? And if we do, and if we are, this is the time we're going to see him in the next 3 episodes.
Yeah, because there's nothing left.
Exactly. So I don't know. There's a lot to it, and I'm wondering if we're going to see him again. And I think that if we don't see him, that was not only just a missed opportunity, but a waste of a character.
Yeah.
If they just like, oh, he didn't make it, done, he died.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you didn't explore that, So I'm hoping we do. I'm really hoping we do.
That'd be dope. Will says there's a comic with Luke going on a mission with Poe's mom.
Maybe it's Bix. I don't know.
Crazy.
She's pretty too. I'm not gonna lie.
He said Poe Dameron is from Yavin 4.
See, I don't know. It's possible. I mean, anything's possible at this point.
I might be on to something.
What was your thoughts on having what's his name now?
He died, dude, bro. Can't swim.
He's sunk to the bottom.
Yeah, he's like a rock.
Benjamin Bratt taking over as
Organa.
Yes. How do you feel?
Mixed emotions. I'll tell you why. Jimmy is still alive and well. Right? Like, we just saw him in was it Ahsoka?
Obi-Wan.
Right? Yeah, Obi-Wan. Like, they could have easily put him in there. No problem. So I have a problem with that because of like consistency. But I do think that the new actor did a really, really good job.
It pulled me out for a second.
It did.
I sat there. I was like, right. And then as the episodes continued and you saw the way he presented himself, I was like, I like him.
Yeah, I like him. I was just
it just sucks because it's like, dude, we had him in the prequels, we had him in Clone Wars, we even had him in Tales of the Jedi, we had him in Obi-Wan. We had that character model, and then also it just kind of flipped. I wonder what it is that he's working on that he couldn't cut, unless he's in Senator Organa is going to be in the next 3 episodes as well, to where he couldn't really, because it's just like, man, you can come for 3 episodes, but I would assume he's going to be in the next 3 as well for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just I agree. It did pull me out for a second, but as an actor, I really think he fulfilled what he did what he was supposed to do, because I felt it.
Yeah, he did a great
job.
What
do you say? He say rock the shit out of it or something like that, right?
Yeah.
and he played the part so well to where, as an actor, he did an amazing job because it made me feel it too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sometimes there's some actors, or even actually scratch that. I don't even want to say some actors, because sometimes they are given a script. The director and the writers say, "This is how we want you to be. This is how you're going to do it." It's not their fault, right?
Right.
But the way he did it, the directors wanted him to do it. I think he nailed it. And so
he
at the end of
crushed
those
it.
3 episodes, I was like, yeah, I got it.
And he kind of looks like him. And I think they did a really good job too when they initially brought him in.
Why,
I
'cause
forget
he's
which
brown?
episode it was. No,
That's what I thought.
because immediately they were like, they stated his name, so they like got it out the gate. They were like, "Yo, Bale," like Organa or Senator Organa. I forget what they said, but right out of the gate, so there was no question on who he was. And I think like them just like getting it out of the way from the jump helped my transition. But at first I was like, "Who's that?" And they said it, I'm like, "That's not him." But then I was like, okay, well, they obviously recasted it, and I just kind of moved on because he did such a good job. So would I preferred if they would have brought in Jimmy? Of course, but obviously they couldn't. So they got this guy in, and I think he did a great job.
To Andrew says about, I think that announcing the recast was a huge mistake, since it was pretty jarring for a lot of people when he showed up on screen. I think if they would have announced it, then there would have been a lot of backlash.
Mm-hmm.
Right? There would have been a lot of people not liking the idea and so against it. And how can you recast this character? He's a pretty important character when you think it's Leia's dad or her stepfather, right? And there would have been a lot of backlash. But I think the idea of not announcing it and just letting him do his thing,
I think was
better because it hit in a different way, to where you watch it, you saw the way he played out the character, and I was happy with it.
Yep.
He played a really good Bail Organa.
I agree.
So now it makes me sad to know that Bail dies twice, or dies once, 2 different characters, and now 2 different people are gone. It's kind of sad.
Hot damn. Hey guys, we got 11 of you guys here watching us, hanging out. We appreciate it. Make sure you guys go smash that like button and subscribe to both of our channels. It would mean the world to us if you're not already. So yeah, just wanted to put that out there, because we noticed that there's a lot of you guys that are here that are not subscribed. So just want to make sure you guys stay connected with us. But we are 7 minutes out?
Just about. We're almost there. I think one last thing is Mon Mothma, man.
Genevieve.
She played her so well.
She's amazing,
especially during that speech. And so I know some people made mistakes. I know last week when I was on the hyperdrive, we made the mistake as well when we compared her speech to what was done in Rebels. The events of Rebels happened after that speech, right? And so I saw this thing on Instagram. Somebody said, I would love to see Andor season 2 within one of these 3 episodes. Harrison Dula and the rest of the gang taking her where they're supposed to, and that's where the speech from Rebels happens. Oh, I just got goosebumps thinking about that.
Oh yeah, me too. I don't know if it's gonna come.
Oh, dude, that's crazy. That's crazy. Could you imagine we see the ghost? We don't even have to see the characters, just the ghost pull up to Yavin or wherever she is currently, because they said Gold Squadron is supposed to escort her, right? But now, from the moment that we're at episode 9 to episode 10, it's another year.
Right.
So she's already been escorted. Right. Now she needs to be escorted again. And I hope it's the ghost. I hope it's them. And I hope it's that. And then you hear the speech in the background, or a hologram, and you see the speech being redone again for everybody else to hear. We see a different angle. That would be insane. Oh, now I really hope it happens, because Genevieve just nailed that part of Mon Mothma.
Yeah, she is Mon Mothma for me now.
Especially when she was drunk. She nailed it. You know what I mean? But damn, man, I really hope that happens. And okay, we also have to know, see if they explain oh god, what's his name? He was in Rogue One. He saved Jin. The gas thing. Oh my god. Saul Guerrero. Thank you.
Yeah.
How did both his legs get amputated?
Diabetes.
Because he's got diabetes. Hi, I'm Paul Guerrero. I have diabetes. But how did he get those robotic legs? So I'm wondering, and that's the thing too, is we're only down to 3 episodes. If there are 45, 50 minutes or 1 hour episodes, let's just say an hour each, 3 hours. In those 3 hours, we got to understand how he got his legs. We have to have Andy Serkis' character come back. And I also want the Ghost to show up to escort Mon Mothma to
That'd
give
be
her
dope.
final speech.
Even if we don't see Hera or anything like that. But what if, because
how cool that would be cool.
You see Chopper though.
Yes.
Chopper
either way, yeah. Well, yeah, because then he's in Yavin,
right?
In Rogue One, you know,
right.
So what? I don't want to name drop. I want to see the Ghost, or I want to see something to leads up to the moment that she gives that final speech, because that's it's technically her retirement speech. Because now she's gone. Oh, dude, I can't wait. We got 4 more minutes, y'all.
That'd be
I'm
dope.
excited. I really hope.
What do you think the chances are they do like a deep fake of like a Leia or something?
I don't want it.
Yeah, I don't think I want it because it looked weird in the sequels.
I thought it looked weird in Rogue One. It threw me off
there too
because Tarkin looked amazing.
Yeah, what was up with that?
He looked great. There were moments where I was kind of like, oh yeah, it's definitely CGI. But with Leia, definitely there's a moment I was like, that looks kind of weird. I mean, it just looked kind of weird. But I don't want to piss anybody off. Leia is always going to be that iconic character, but I'm okay with not seeing Leia here. But I will rage if I don't see the Ghost.
Bro, to be honest with you, I don't think you're going to see it.
I don't think we will, but I really want to see it because it makes sense, because it's that speech that she gave was so powerful,
gripping. And I was at the edge of my seat. I was like,
she just called out Emperor Palpatine, and he caused the genocide.
Yep.
Like, she had to say it in front of everybody, even if everybody else was like yelling at her and saying how, it's bad or whatever, just so against what she was saying.
Yeah,
it was so powerful that imagine getting a live action of that last speech on. I'm gonna rage if we don't get it. We got 2 minutes. All right, guys, we have 2 minutes, and I was supposed to do this the last episode, but we jumped off so fast. And you guys in the chat, I don't know how many of you guys are in the chat. How many we got in chat still?
We got 9. We got 9 people here. Right. You guys, 9 family members.
Y'all can play this little game I have. I'm not gonna play, but this is for you, Gianni, and this is for everybody else.
Okay.
I want you to go ahead and rank these next 5 characters from Star Wars. Gosh. Blind.
So I'm not 5. And I'm not gonna know all the characters you get. Oh,
nope. So everybody else, you guys can play. So we're gonna play really quick. First person. Padme.
What we basing these ranks off of?
Just character. You got to see who's number 1, who's number 5, and just so you know, all 9 people in the chat right now will 100% possibly judge you.
I'm gonna give her 4.
4. Okay, yeah. So Andrew agrees. Andrew says 4. Anybody else in the chat? Where would you put Padme? Next person. Bo-Katan.
5.
5. Okay.
I'm hoping for greatness.
Bix.
Son of a 3.
All right. Oh, guys, this is getting. Oh, you're gonna hate me for this. Ready? Here we go. Ahsoka Tano. I said her name weird. Ahsoka Tano. There we go.
Because I don't know who you got next. I'm going 1.
You're going 1?
I'm going 1. I'll be real upset. You gave me some trash. I put them at 1.
All right. So that means this last person, you gave her number 2.
Okay.
Okay. So in the chat, we have number 1, Ahsoka Tano. Number 3 is Bix. 4 is Padme Amidala. Luke and Leia's mother, you put her at 4. Bo-Katan, you put her at 5.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 was Rey Skywalker. I was gonna throw Leia on there, but I was like, no, because she's automatically gonna get 1.
Yeah.
So number 1, Ahsoka. 2, Rey. 3, Bix. Padme. 4, Bo-Katan. 5.
Everybody's like F.
Just so you know, I am making a post about this and putting exactly the order that you chose.
If I could redo it.
Nope. We'll see 2 weeks from now who we're choosing, whether it's going to be Mandalorians, if it's going to be Jedi Councils, if it's going to be, we don't know. I was holding out for Jyn. I thought about putting in Jyn. I really wanted to put her. I was trying to figure out. I was like, we could take Bo-Katan out, but I was like, Jyn, that's a good one too. But Bix, I would have put her at 2.
I got her at 3. That's not bad.
She's, I picked 2.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens after tonight and see where she really lands.
Yeah, I probably would have kept Ahsoka at 1.
Okay.
And then I probably would have put Padme at 2.
Fair.
And then what was the other ones?
Bix, Rey, and Bo-Katan.
Then I would have put Bo-Katan, Bix, then Rey.
Rey. Well, you picked her at 2.
I don't hate Rey, actually. I think the actor's really cool. I think she's a great actor. I just think they wrote a lot of things in ways
not her
I didn't
fault.
like, but it's not her
the
fault.
Way, yeah, no, that's how I see it. It's not her fault. It's the way it's been written. But you still put her at 2.
Yeah,
you put her over Padme.
Hey, I own it. Rey's 2, baby.
Notice I said Rey Skywalker after that too. That's messed up.
Hey, it is what it is.
Can't wait for the next game because I have a list of everything together, and of course we'll always have the chat join in that little game we're going to have every single week. So
I love it. I love it.
An hour, 2 minutes in. Anyone watching Andor right now or about to watch it, first of all, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Gianni V, sir, do you have any final words for everybody until we see everybody again?
No.
2 weeks from now.
Just thank you guys for coming out and hanging out with us. I know I've said it multiple times in stream, but it means the world to us. You guys are like family, get to hang out with us every 2 weeks, and it's just amazing that we get to build this community. Make sure you tell everybody else to come and hang out with us in 2 weeks, and we'll get it popping. Maybe put some more games in. If there's anything that you guys want us to cover specifically, is there a different brand of toys or whatever it is that you would really enjoy seeing our opinions on and stuff like that? Please message us, and we'll make sure we can figure something out and accommodate. And because really, this is as much for us as it is for you guys, so we want to make sure that you guys are having a great time. But hopefully you've been having a great time thus far. That's it, guys. Make sure you guys smash that like button and subscribe to both of our channels. We love you. Chris, anything final words?
Everyone, those of you who enjoy or have enjoyed Andor, or if you did not like Andor, whatever it is, I am happy for everyone who loves Andor. I'm happy for anyone who loves Star Wars in general, no matter whether it's a show you disliked, somebody else liked it. It's part of Star Wars. It's part of the idea that we all love something about it. There are things we don't like about it, but at the end of the day, I'm happy for someone else who does love it. Let us know. I'm going to post some things on Instagram regarding Andor season, or the end of season 2. Did you guys love it? Let us know, because we'd love to have your guys' feedback on the show if you guys loved it. Even if you didn't like it, let us know. I'll do a poll on Instagram by the end of the episode, and let us know if you loved it, because I would love to hear your thoughts.
That's it, guys. And that's it for us. And as always, may the Force be with you. Peace.